In Mexico, football is a cultural religion, and the World Cup is its ultimate altar. The national team carries the hopes of over 130 million people, creating an atmosphere of intense national expectation every 4 years. For 3 decades, the Mexican national team was defined by a specific type of consistency. Between 1994 and 2018, they qualified for every single tournament and advanced out of the group stages every single time. But that consistency came with a psychological ceiling, the Quinto Partido, or the fifth game. 7 times in a row, Mexico reached the round of 16, and 7 times they were eliminated, including a loss to the United States in 2002. In 2022, that cycle broke in the worst way possible. The team collapsed and was eliminated in the group stages, marking a historical low. Now, heading into 2026, the squad is in a state of transition. They are looking for a balance between established veterans and a younger crop of players, notably lacking an undisputed superstar to rely on for individual brilliance. Despite this lack of star power, the collision of significant environmental advantages and a new tactical identity makes 2026 their most viable chance in decades to move past their traditional hurdle. The 2026 tournament highlights a recurring historical trend: host nation overperformance. Hosting frequently pushes teams beyond their normal talent level, as seen when South Korea reached the semifinals in 2002. As a co-host, Mexico gains its first major structural advantage: Pot 1 seeding. This protects them from facing Tier 1 teams like Argentina or Spain during the group stage. Then there is the geographical fortress of the Estadio Azteca. With a capacity of 87,000 and an elevation of over 2,000 meters, the sheer scale and the thin air create a physically exhausting environment for any visiting opponent. This edge extends across the border. With 40 million Mexican Americans living in the United States, nearly any stadium in North America becomes a partisan home environment for the team. This combination of favorable seating and overwhelming home field support changes the team's baseline probability of advancing deep into the knockout rounds. To lean into these advantages, manager Javier Aguirre has instituted a clear change in philosophy. Leading Mexico into his 3rd World Cup, he has traded attacking flair for defensive pragmatism. Aguirre's system relies on a compact mid-block to restrict space and force the opposition to play around a disciplined shape. Edson Alvarez anchors the structure, shielding the backline, disrupting passing lanes, and instantly triggering rapid counterattacks. Recent results reflect this shift in identity. In their last 10 matches, Mexico has conceded only 6 goals, managing clean sheets against teams like Portugal and grinding out draws with elite opposition. The risk in this approach is an anemic offense. The team currently relies on physical, traditional strikers like Raul Jimenez to hold up the ball, which can lead to low-scoring volumes when facing top-tier compact defenses. Ultimately, Aguirre has built a squad designed to survive elite opponents by minimizing mistakes and prioritizing structural stability over possession. Current projections favor Mexico to win Group A and clear the round of 32. This bracket shows the likely path, but the real challenge begins next. The round of 16 remains the definitive test, where Mexico's historical psychological barrier meets their new defensive identity. If they face a clinical Tier 1 opponent, their lack of a high-volume goal scorer remains the primary threat that could see them repeat the cycle of the past. However, if the defensive discipline holds, the high-altitude energy of the host environment is well-suited to force a tight match or a penalty shootout. The cultural weight of the event is already visible, from the massive support in the U.S. to the president giving up her ticket to a young fan, confirming that Mexico is the emotional center of this tournament. If Mexico can maintain this gritty survival strategy and harness the environmental pressure of playing at home, they have the necessary components to finally move beyond the 30-year barrier.